What's going on, everybody? It's Mr. Freeman, Legacy Solutions and Services, back with another Teacher Reacts video. So let's just get straight into it. Teacher resignations hit a new high. Teachers who are quitting hits new high. Yeah, it's real. It's really an epidemic out there. Y'all haven't been respecting teachers for so long. The baby boomer generation, they had their chance. They had their time. Now it's millennial. I'm a millennial, one of the older millennials, but still a millennial. And yeah, now we're the main source, millennials and Gen Z. And we see the nonsense is happening just in the system overall. We're not for it. So yeah, we are quitting a lot. Let's see how they interpret this data though. Let me maximize this. All right. Aquí vamos. Get rid of those captions. Okay. $3,000 bonus, Henrico County. So I also teach in Virginia in the Hampton Roads area. Henrico County is maybe an hour and a half. Sort of, it's a larger county-esque. It's not a city, obviously, but a $3,000 bonus for teachers. Now, here's the caveat behind that. That's $3,000 for new teachers, right? I don't know what their policy is for existing teachers. I'm also familiar with a district in the Hampton Roads area that was giving recruitment bonuses to new teachers. However, the teachers who were there, the veteran teachers, the ones that elected to stay in this district, were not receiving any bonuses. And once word about that got out, what do you naturally think a person's going to do? You sit there, um, you're with a district for a while, right? Or even if you're not with the district for a while, and then come to find out that somebody who's new, who's coming in, gets a bonus, you have been there and you don't get a bonus. That's going to naturally build up some resentment, make a person want to leave. That's something that needs to also be considered when it comes to these recruitment bonuses. Sure, you could recruit one person, but you might lose five, that you already had. One thing I'm already noticing, we have 5 southern states: Louisiana, South Carolina, Maryland, Mississippi, and North Carolina. I might sound a little country when I talk about southern states, but then we have Maine, Washington, so one in the Northeast, one in the Northwest, and Hawaii. That's just way out there in the West. That's interesting. 10 years, 30 years. Mm. Last December. So we recording this right now. This is April of 2023. Last December, either could it be December 2022? Technically, that's last December. This was done like a few months ago. Yeah, so she started in 1920 and then she quits in the possible 22-23 school year. That's not even what, that's maybe 2 full school years, 2021, 21, 22. That's the thing. Like, and this is a new teacher who just appears to be bubbly, enthusiastic about teaching, and her light was dimmed greatly. We can't just say, "Oh, it's just COVID." No, the teaching profession has had a lot of issues, from low pay, from some places having a lack of support of teachers, feeling like they're not being heard, feeling like they're not being protected. Yes, teachers need to be protected. Um, and then on top of that, you throw in everything that happened with COVID, like the mental anguish that teachers, everybody really faces since COVID. I'm a big proponent. I think everybody who has survived COVID, if you're watching this, I hope you have a therapist. If not, I suggest you get one. All of us need one. 2020 was an extremely traumatic year for all of us to go through. So that's my little PSA. Because teaching really isn't a glamour job. It's not. Teaching is not a glamour job, even though it's expected to be seen as one of the more respected professions. Teachers are not being respected like that, and people feel it. That's why these teacher resignations. At some point, you have to realize this ain't worth it. It's just not worth it. I'm not trying to wake up and get abused every day. No. If you don't know about these little teacher TikToks and all that, look it up. It's some funny stuff. And you have the and you really have a good idea about what's happening inside of the world of education. Look at this one, bro. We done made the teacher quit. Two skulls meaning dead. And that's another thing. A lot of students find it funny to try to make a teacher quit, not understanding the impact that has on them. They just, think stuff is funny. Kids are kids sometimes, but you know, it's just not cool because these are people's livelihoods. Mm. Yeah, 23-minute lunch breaks or 20-minute lunch breaks, or where you have to basically in 7.5, sometimes 8 hours, you have roughly 20 minutes to use the bathroom, to eat, to collect yourself, to take a break, make phone calls that has nothing to do with work, like personal phone calls, so where you can actually control your own life. Like, it's a lot of things in the teacher profession that people don't understand. Some people who speak negatively on teachers in general, they don't understand. Throughout the entire shutdown and with a lot of virtual learning that was happening, a lot of the talk online was, well, these kids need to go back into the school system. Like, these teachers aren't doing much. Like, no, we're doing a lot. Now you just get to see the child that you raised. You see what happens when they come to the school now. And now that students, for the most part, are back in the school system, in the school building, a lot of the gaps, because a lot of students were not doing work during that virtual time. A lot of the gaps that were created, now they're just football field size gaps. And students are supposed to work, they not just supposed to, but everybody has to work harder to catch a student up. The student, the parent, the teacher, everybody. But there's so many students that need to be caught up. It's very difficult. And most of the time, all of that pressure is put on the teachers. The pressure to perform on state tests, that's passed down all the way down the pipeline, from superintendents to um, personnel who's like chief of schools, down to principals, to teachers. And the buck almost always stops with the teachers. No matter what the child does, the buck usually always stops with the teacher. And we're over this. The district has 12 vacancies for Henrico County, right? Or that might have been a different one. But okay, never mind. For Sayreville, New Jersey, 12 vacancies. I don't know what their size is, but I imagine a mid-sized uh, a mid-sized company having 20% of his staff or 20% of his employees just quit. Just any mid-sized company. Imagine that. That company won't be around for long, right? Unless they can really hire people to fill those spots. So I hope y'all picked up on him looking up, searching for something good to sell to these college kids. These college kids that more than likely are going to graduate with debt, and then they're getting into a profession where, yeah, sure, they may get a bonus for entering, but then after they leave, they're not going to get a bonus. Not even after they leave, but once you're in it, they really don't get bonuses for being a teacher. Do you think you like we don't get performance bonuses? Like, oh, all your students pass the SOL? Yeah, that's worth a bonus of $750. No, it's not. We do that, we're expected to just be happy and satisfied with the fact that we helped all of our students pass the SOL and learn. It's the intrinsic value that is sold to prospective teachers. Just by every other profession, um, there's some other type of value that can be accessed. You can't really access intrinsic value. That depends on how good a person is, why they're getting into education. A lot of educators obviously are caring, sensitive people. And the recruitment of them, I do think, is just a little bit predatory because you're trying to play on their desire to help humanity. But, you know, why be a teacher when you can make an OnlyFans and get 6 figures in 3 months, right? If you really want to make an impact on this world, this is where it's to be done. Why doesn't, I can only speak for America, why doesn't American society truly value its teachers? If you're trying to sell them on the impact that they can make, but teachers are not respected. Teachers just are not respected. See, now I know they're trying to go off the cuff. She's like, everybody can remember their favorite teacher and all this nostalgia and all this stuff. And they're talking about the pay, the pay, the pay. Well, obviously, they're getting paid handsomely, you know. And I'm not saying that to say that, oh, they should donate their money. No, do with your money whatever you want. But it just goes to show where the value for certain professions in our society where it lies. Like, I'm pretty sure the average teacher's salary, um, one of these women up here, they're getting paid far more than the average teacher's salary, you know, which is fine because it's all about ad revenue and business and how much money you bring in. But teachers are not being reinvested into. That's what this all boils down to. The education system is not truly being reinvested into. And we it's been an issue for, I would say, at least a decade, as long as I've been in education and even before me. But now, after COVID basically hit the acceleration on everything, it's going to get bad. And this coincides with the rise of artificial intelligence, where AI is practically going to be teaching our children. So just, prepare for that. But that's all I have for this video. Once again, it's Mr. Freeman from Legacy Solutions and Services with another React video. Remember, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Until next time, see you later.